Igbo 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 ndị ọma njem ọnụ Igbo mụrụ nsem ọzọ. Ama m that n'ọtụtụ n'ime unu ọ bụzi old news that na nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Nnamdi Kanu na ọ nọ n'oge n'obodo ndị ugwu wee na-asa ahụ. Mana biko achọrọ m ka ị gee this video maka na o nwere new update eweta gbasara judgment Nnamdi Kanu apasị during that time eji wee buru ya gawazi obodo ndị ugwu ebe ọ nọ na-asa ahụ kịta. O nwere some little secret things emechere. This man find it out. He's a barrister, Nnamdi Kanu. We see ko making corporate way update so that ko yo buna we making we no makia then evidence.
So freedom. Good morning, everybody. I just want to give you update with respect to what is happening. A few days ago, I made an update here when I was in Sokoto about respect to Nnamdi Kanu'S well-being and the ongoing matter pending matter at the Court of Appeal. And I also told you that Nnamdi Kanu, of course, have decided to exercise his right under the Constitution to represent himself in his criminal matter at Court of Appeal, which is his fundamental right. And he's not the first person that is representing himself. People have been representing himself is the constitutional right given to him by the Constitution. So, but he also demanded that the legal experts who cares should submit a contribution which they made. Of course, it is necessary. Nnamdi Kanu, not only that she is not a lawyer, even lawyers, when you are doing a matter, you normally call for opinion from your colleagues, not to talk about somebody who is not a lawyer. So he called for that everybody, if you have a draft appellate brief, you feel that you can adopt, you should come up with it. So I did my own. So I submitted to him and asked him to go through it. Where it was my own, I feel that it fall in line with the record of proceedings and the grounds of the appeal. So, and if you want that copy, it was not signed, it was not filed. I also posted it in my own page. This is what I submitted to Nnamdi Kanu for those of you who are not lawyers to see, to have an in-depth view, to have a clue of what happened in that particular judgment. Because if you read out my appellate brief, I illustrate a lot of things with respect to the decision of the court, fundamental rights, violation of his fundamental rights, and a lot of things that happened, which it was not signed, it was not filed. Nnamdi Kanu has not even adopted it, but I just brought it there. So those of you, of course, those the lovers of Nnamdi Kanu and the lovers of freedom, and those who cares to know, they give me a call privately and give me a private chat to get more explanations about what I posted. I explained to them, so and they said okay, and they thanked me and they appreciated the industry I put in preparing and analyzing and reviewing that appeal. So those of you, of course, expected those who want to expose their ignorance of the law, those who want to exhibit their hatred against Nnamdi Kanu, jump into the page as usual and start attacking the person and start attacking my research. But that one is not why I am here. Then why I am here this morning is to let you know that in the course of going through that judgment, I discovered that there are some things the judge said during the course of delivering the judgment that was not contained in the judgment. And thank God that the judge also ordered for that the proceedings of the judgment should be transmitted live. We have media people there, AIT was there, channels were there, Arise was there, and some other media houses were there. So in revealing the video clip, the things that the minor said with respect to the custodian where Nnamdi Kanu will serve his appeal was not contained. The thing the prosecution counsel said, the comments and the remarks the prosecution counsel said, I'm talking about Chief Awumolu SAN, was not also contained there. And the Nnamdi Kanu was not given an opportunity. Remember that he was bundled out of the courtroom. He was not also contained there. And most importantly, the reason the judge gave the reason he brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not be served in Kuje, rather in Sokoto, was also not contended. So there are some omissions in that particular judgment. So we have the clip, we have reviewed the clip. Now we are now bringing a motion challenging that particular record of proceedings and that particular judgment. Why should the judge and the court remove all those fundamental issue? Because they know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will use it to form part of the will use it as a grounds for his appeal. But be that as it may, we have filed and prepared a motion. This is the one I posted here, asking the court to compel them to complete that record and that judgment, and also to say, and also file an affidavit to be served to the judge and to the registrar of the court to come and explain the reason why they should not produce all those omission. So that is why I say, let me just give you the update. For those of you who feel that you don't want to see anything, that you don't want to see or hear anything that has to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the public domain, you are wasting time. We should give you update. Just like as we have a high demand of people calling Marasamanso, what is happening by Samanso? So we are not going to keep in that. We are going to be bringing it every update. So those of you who feel that you don't want to hear anything or see anything that has to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you can go and hot transformer. But meanwhile, for those of you who are interested in what is going on with respect to this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's matter, please remain focused. If you watch the majority of people that attack Maxwell, attack Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, attack Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are the people that the federal government is sponsored. And you will see them jumping from one social media to another. Even when you are not invited them in your page, they will continue. Even when you try to delete them, they will go and create another Facebook name to join you, to follow you. But we decided to allow them to continue to expose their ignorance and stupidity. Thank you and God bless you.
Alright, so we want to get a quick update on Nnamdi Kanu's welfare, how he's doing at the prison, and what's the plan with the appeal, and if the appeal is going to hold, is it going to be transported down to FCT for the hearing?
Well, yeah, the appeal is on course. As you all know, I made an update recently. The appeal process is quite clear and is cast in stone. We had done our grounds of appeal, we had done settlement of record. The brief is on. The government will file its brief, and then after the issues have been sufficiently joined, the Court of Appeal will schedule a date for adoption of these processes, which in common parlance is called a hearing, and is going to be conducted in Abuja, at the Court of Appeal in Abuja. And we expect that all of this to happen before the end of this year.
Okay, so is there any specific date we're looking out for?
No, I cannot speculate on the calendar of the Court of Appeal, but I've given you a general window. We expect that it will happen before the end of the year, because we also have an abiding interest in having this matter accelerated. So we're pursuing all of that, and by the grace of God, we expect to be before the honorable justices of the Court of Appeal before the end of this year.
So how is his health generally? How is it doing?
Well, he's healthy, he's very fit and proper. The last time I visited him, he was healthy. I think he exercises himself inside detention. He's a man of very strong spirit. This is not someone you can break. He knew the risks and consequences of fighting for your freedom, of putting your foot forward for self-determination. Some of these things are predictable in third world nations, so he prepared himself. Even though this thing is not supposed to happen, the imprisonment is not supposed to happen, and the rendition that started it wasn't supposed to happen, the trial itself wasn't supposed to happen, not to talk of the prosecution. But we are facing reality. It has happened. So what we are doing now is seeking a way out of it, so that ultimately justice will be his. Justice will be done. That's our hope. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Ama m niile na-echego ya bụ vidio. Ihe nji wee wetara unu vidio anụ a bụ ka unu wee makwalụ that na our brother Nnamdi Kanu, o wee ọtụtụ n'ime ndị mmadụ na-afụcha na-asị ka egbuo the man, maka na oyi Igbo. Na this man na-apụta for gịnị one, nearly how many billions of naira Nigeria today. And maybe arrest man on after for Senate, cause Senator and Senate, yes. On after for Senate. Mana kwa onye EFCC magoro wanted before. Give mezi kita ano. Give mezi now. Ona manjidewe ya. Ona manjidewe ya. Anyị bụ ndị Igbo, anyị ga-eme gịnị? Anyị ga-try gbaa mbọ gbashi mbọ ike make sure that na gịnị na anyị just na-ezelu ndị anụ ezelu. Maka na ifugo that na ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ achọ dịka Nnamdi Kanu pụta apart from anyị bụ ndị Igbo. Even some of our Igbo brothers sef ama achọkwuru ka ọ pụta. Ndị otu Ijele has been doing so many videos against him. So many videos against him. Oya melu nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Harrison ji wee jee ihe anọ Imo State Mbosa ga gbapụta onye ekidnapụ. Ijere bịa mewe video nka na-echi awọnị ya hapụ Imo State aka nka ya bịakwa n'Imo State bịa mee that na ọ na-eme for what now? Ka ifu na ọtụtụ n'ime anyị bụ ndị Igbo sef so na-eme ihe na-eme anyị. Mana anyị mee gịnị? Anyị echefukwene ndị chọrọ ka obodo dị mma. Unu echefukwene ka unu na-etinye nwanne unu nwoke bụ Nnamdi Kanu n'ekpere. Mgbe ọbụla ị na-ekpe ekpere make sure na ị na-eti ya n'ekpere. Maka na that man deserve other place ọ nọ. And secondly, his family is also missing him. His children want to see him. Imagine somebody nọ na custody for how many years? No evidence of ihe nche ịghaboro ya. No evidence to show. He passed a judgment out of hatred and anger. Ọ dịkwa mma o. Ọ dịkwa mma. Ọ bụ m kalụọ m n'ọnụ. Igbo ndị ọma njem ọnụ. Chefukwana ka ị subscribe, comment, share ma on notification gị. Ka emesịa.